Welcome to the Roy Cheetah Project. It's Roy Cheetah Boy. We're back from the episode, not just any episode, but revived, revisited, rebuilt, renewed, reconstructed. Comic Book Wednesdays. How you doing? It's been a while. I know we got a lot to talk about, but I'm coming back with a heavy focus on comic books. Long story short, I've been reactivated, and I'm just looking forward to getting back into it and slapping a comic book game straight in his mouth. You heard? So here we go. This is a big haul. Not because of this week particularly, but I had to clean up some things on the pull list, so there's some old things in here as well mixed in. So here we go. Okay. Carnage number 3, Black, White, and Blood, the standard issue. Pretty slick. Love the first 2 issues. Looking forward to that one. The main star of the show, though, is the Carnage, the variant. The variant. I hate that Spider-Man's getting done up like that, but it is what it is, you know. And but this cover is undeniable. You just have to mess with this cover the long way, and I do. So I wish I was able to get more of those. Okay, Nocterra number 3. You've heard good things about Nocterra. I am very sad that I wasn't able to pull the trigger and get the first issue. But from what I understand, this is the best issue of the series so far, and I love Tony Daniel and Scott Snyder. So here we are in this is my number 1, so we'll see. And I was able to get the variant copy of that as well, so that's pretty neat. I'm not sure if this is the 1 to 10 or the 1 to 25, but for what I paid for, it's probably the 1 to 10. Okay. Now we have, Red Sonja. This is probably a 1 to 25, and a 1 to 25 virgin, and this is pretty slick. So she just got a movie deal, so we'll see what happens. But I'm in love with this cover art right here. So there you have it. And this is the standard issue of Red Sonja. So this is my first introduction with Red Sonja, so we'll see what it does. Look at this cover here. I had to do this cover for the project. I had to. Crime Syndicate number 3, and this is just a luscious cover. When I saw some people talk about it on YouTube, and I saw it on some of my apps that I mess with, as far as what's coming out the next week, I was like, man, I had to get my hand on this cover. And luckily, when I got to the comic book, the LCS, this is the last one they had. So how about that? Another potentially big thing is Eve. Eve number 1. Sorry, my camera is having a hard time focusing right now. Eve number 1. Boom Studios has been doing great things so far. And I've heard great things about the concept. So I'm looking forward to seeing whether or not it's going to be something. All these small stories are blowing up. So who say this one can't? So, and I also went ahead and sprung for the 1 in 50 variant. And it's I love the teddy bear. I don't know what his role is or her role is in the concept of the story, but it looks like it's going to be pretty interesting. So here we are. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to sending this off to CGC to see what can be done about that. So that was pretty cool. Green Lantern number 2, the standard copy. The virgin copy. Wasn't able to get my hands on the standard copy. This is the variant copy. I wasn't able to get my hands on the standard copy. But I'm not a big fan of Green Lantern, never have been, but I did love issue number 1. So here we are in issue number 2. The artwork is really good. The story was interesting. So hopefully it continues. So that was pretty good. Heroes Reborn, the Blade cardstock variant, if I'm not mistaken. It's pretty slick. I was happy to get my hands on this. And we'll see what this Hero Reborn nonsense is about. You either hate it or you love it coming into it. So I don't know. They had some cool covers, especially here we are with the variant edition. I'm not exactly sure who is this on the cover. Obviously, it looks like Wonder Woman, but from what I understand, it's not. I don't know. Whatever. But the 1 in 200 of this cover, the Virgin cover, is Pressure, and I wish I was able to get it, but it would cost too much money. Batman 108, the first appearance of Miracle Molly, of course, the standard issue. My local LCS did not have the big bang up of variants of this one, so this is the only variant that was available to me, so that's the one I got. But shout out to you. You was able to come up on the variants, some of the mean variants that they had out here of this. But I'm looking forward to reading that. The Batman's been really good. When Jimenez got back on, I got back on. So I was happy to see that. And it's been just as good as Detective Comics. So we'll talk about the Detective Comics here shortly. I was able to get a hold of this, which is really cool. This is the big Star Wars event coming up. So I'm really excited about that. And I wasn't able to get any variants on this one though. The Good Asian, again, one of those good, good old small publishers. We don't know what's going to happen, so it was available to me, so I just picked it up. So I'm gonna read that as well and see what that does. Some of the older stuff that I had to clean up in my pull list: Detective Comics 1035, the appearance of Mr. Worth, the first appearance of Mr. Worth. I have a really good feeling about Mr. Worth, so I went ahead and copped a couple copies of this because I just have a really good feeling about Mr. Worth in the storyline and just in the Batman universe in general. So the cover's hard, the artwork's hard, the writing's hard. It's just Detective Comics has been knocking out the park to me. The ones that I've been reading, I don't know what you've been reading, but Second Son, the first one was good. Hopefully this one is good. The variant of this one is Pressure. I don't know why I didn't pick it up. I might go back and get it, but yeah, I mean, I can't hate on what I'm getting out of that. And so, some of the throwback stuff, but to this point, the first Joker, I have the number 2, the standard issue with the first appearance of Vengeance, which is kind of catching fire a little bit. But this one, I needed this one, so it was good to get my hands on it, and we'll see what happens. X-Men Legends number 3. I haven't been in love with the story so far. X-Men Legends. I picked up a variant of it, the number 1 that's really Pressure, got Cyclops on it. He's like my favorite X-Men. So, but the story in itself, I haven't been in love with. But we'll see what happens with that. And then Amazing Spider-Man. I haven't been in love with Amazing Spider-Man for a while now, probably about 20 issues or so, maybe longer. I'm just sticking with it for whatever reason, but I had to clean up some of them in my pull list, so here we are. And these are the ones that I had to pick up today, or that I felt like I had to pick up today. Daredevil is probably one of the greatest. This run of Daredevil is probably one of the greatest runs that I have ever read in a comic books series. So I'm just trying to get a hold of as many of those as possible, the variants, standard issues, what have you, just for spec and hopefully some sort of business down the road. So, but I fell completely in love with Daredevil, and I'm just all about the latest run of Daredevil, Zarsky's run. Some bonus stuff for you that I've copped here recently. Was this X-Men 128 Phantom X? This was the art. I didn't like it so much, but the Phantom X made it a little cool. So we'll see what happens with this. Looking to get at least one more issue of this. Pick this up. The variant version of this. So I've been hearing good things. So I wanted to have this for spec as well. And then if anybody can tell me anything about this series, I would really appreciate it. I found these at a bookshop that that just had them hanging around. It doesn't, obviously they really don't care about comic books, but they had some comic books to give away or to sell rather. So I went ahead and picked these up. I haven't read them yet, but if anybody can tell me anything about this series or this artist or what have you, I'd be really appreciative. But I kind of got the whole, guess what it is, the limited run of these, and I need to sit down and read them. Not much comes up online about it, but I haven't looked that hard either. So, if anybody know anything, let me know. Okay, and that's it, man. That's the whole shebang of everything that we've picked up just today. Like I said, I'm back into it, and I'm back into it hard. Not even just as a love, but as a investment business kind of deal. So. I'll be looking to get into my spec deck or my spec box and show you guys what some of the things that I'm looking forward to making some business transactions with going forward, given the right catalyst, of course. So, that's it for this particular episode. I'm looking back to doing reviews and stuff like that. Obviously, I have a whole bunch of stuff to read and go through. Still contemplating whether or not I'm gonna go back and get this Virgin cover of this or not. It's a hefty price, but as an investment, I don't know. It might be something to look worthwhile. So I don't know though. All right, well that's it, man. It's the Road with CHEETAH Project. I appreciate you guys, and we'll be back for more comic book and this, that, and the other. Appreciate you. I'm gonna go get me some tacos. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.